Are we back or? All right, are we, is this it? Okay, I think so. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Staying on the move. We gotta keep everybody on their toes, right? No, it's always something. If it's not the internet, it's the mixer. Or but here we had left off when the stream went down was using the animator as like more complex LFOs and doing kind of some wave type sequencing. So absolutely possible from within the synth. And it's even more possible when you map these things out from within Ableton Live. You won't see that. Like, I don't have it set up where I can show you a real up and close shot of what's happening within Ableton. But just understand that it is possible, because any of the parameters on the synth you can map out, and I could draw in my automation either on the MIDI clip itself, or just if you're doing your full arrangement, how you would in a traditional sense maybe. But yeah, you can sequence and automate things from within your DAW and control the synth in real time and get some extremely complex sounds that would be impossible to do on any hardware synth. So yeah, cool. What you heard there was I switched from the classic, or sorry, from the standard to the classic filter model. One of the reasons I personally like it is the way that the resonance responds. How I compared it earlier to an SEM, where when you turn up the resonance, it doesn't lower your signal below the resonance point, except instead it boosts the resonance. At least that's how it's perceived. So that I tend to gravitate towards more. And whereas the other one is a little bit more of a Moog style, the filter, where when you turn up the resonance, your signal gets a little lower, but there's more emphasis on the resonance point. Probably didn't say that as eloquently as it is in reality, but I think you might get the idea. All right, let's go through some more sounds. So this patch uses a cool trick that we did mention earlier, but still, it's useful in all sorts of different sound applications. And that was the LFO to the delay speed, which gives it that tremolo, detuned kind of vibe. So you'll notice that the initial hit of the sound is clean with no pitch modulation, but it's the delay tail that is getting modulated. So it has that that wobbly release to it. Make it a little bit more dramatic. I'm just scrolling through different wavetable banks here. So that's why you'll hear some clicking while I was playing. That's me changing the bank of wavetables. What's your favorite part of the app? I would say the coolest part of the app is being able to automate it from within inside of your DAW, whatever you're using. So if you wanted to do things, if you felt this were too limiting in a sense, or you just wanted to take things to a higher level in terms of sound design complexity or just of things going on, all of these parameters from within the app can be automated. So really, really powerful. And again, you wouldn't see it, but I like here, for instance, I have one of the parameters up that I can start to draw into, you know, and so I can get drawn shapes and do curves, and you can really get wild and really lost on what's possible here. And then the synth will handle this in real time. And I've done really advanced patches where like there's every conceivable parameter being automated, and it handles it so smoothly. Like, you know, no stepping or like glitchiness. It's just really powerful stuff. We'll have to make a video to kind of to back that up to show you what's possible. Actually, I think we have posted a few of those on our Instagram. So our shameless Instagram plug. Follow us on VCO USA on Instagram. But all right, yeah, I'd say that's probably my favorite. Let's hear a little bit more. That filter is just awesome. That is the classic filter again, my personal favorite. Pretty much full resonance. Is the iOS app functionally identical to the Windows and Mac app? I feel comfortably, I want to say yes, it is pretty much identical. Yeah, I honestly can't think of any difference. I'm making sure I'm not saying something dumb or like misleading. No, but it looks precisely like this. So really comfortable to work with, and really it helps kind of evaporate a lot of the learning curve with the synth, where you're looking at everything just kind of all right in front of you. For the most part, there you have a separate effects section and a sequencer section, but it really does help, so you can understand kind of the lay of the land, where everything is on the synth, and how to kind of more quickly maneuver with it. But yeah, as far as in my opinion, it is totally identical. And this is free, by the way. With, of course, you purchase the synthesizer, but the plugin is not a paid plugin. It is a free download, and it works for Windows, Mac. If you have an Android device or an iOS device, it's free off the App Store. So yeah, that control portion of it is free. That's a really nice. That's a really nice patch. That's one of the presets in here. Number 285 on this one, called Bedside Pad. I wonder if that's one of the great Jackson Allman's. Great sound. Anthony asking if we find the I find the arpeggiator useful. I've always been I'm a fan of the arpeggios. I can never go wrong, especially because, as you can probably tell, I'm a pretty bad player. So the arpeggiator is very helpful. Yeah. Yeah, nice. This patch obviously has a that lo-fi effect, so there's a little reduction, a little bit of bit crush, and some noise. Maybe a little bit too much noise there, as I almost dropped my mouse. Let's go to some different wavetables. Let's pick some 002 wavetables here. Ooh. nice, simple, but just really full bass patch. Put a little distortion on there. Nice. This is the standard notch filter type here. So it's got a little bit of a bandpass in it. And man, just for a, you'd say for a digital synth, these filters sound really spectacular. So we have a few people joining again. I'm thinking maybe some of you are new, so we'll just kind of go over what we're doing here. So we've got an Argon8 connected through to Ableton Live. We're using the ModalApp, which is available for free for anyone that has an Argon8, and using this for two reasons. So you can see, kind of get an overview of what's happening on the synth. And you can also edit parameters from within the app in real time on the synth itself. So you can design sounds from within the app. You can do anything that you can on the synth. And then you can save, of course, to the synthesizer from within the app. And you can also automate within your DAW. You can automate any of these parameters in addition to using any of the, of course, modulation capabilities of the synthesizer, the two LFOs, the mod envelope. So really, really deep where you can go with this. And so right now we're just going through some sounds. If you have any questions, fire away. But if you're watching this, probably because you want to hear more of what the synth is capable of and what it sounds like. So that's kind of the idea. This patch has the mod envelope routed to the LFO2 rate, so that's what gives it that winding down, the decay of the mod envelope, slowing down the rate of LFO2. Not my patch, but very clever sound design. The dubstep wubs. Yeah. I've got a patch that's kind of a great starting point for one of those. Seems your firmware is not the latest one. On the plugin? Okay, I'll check on that. This is a great starting point for those kind of growler or those wub type sounds, because I've already got the modulation envelope set up here. So my mod envelope going to like the oscillator mod and to the wave. So. And if we wanted to, we could just also point like an LFO at the an LFO to the cutoff, kind of a classic. Pretty endless. I'm just within one wavetable here and cycling through just the different interpolations of waveforms. I missed that question. Thank you, Mike, for answering. Kiz, I'm going to say your name. Kiz Arctic? Yes, the app works with all of the, well, I guess it's not fair to say all. It doesn't work with the 008 and 002, but the Craft Synth 2, the Sculpt, and the Argon will all work within the app. And you can have multiple plugins, or if you had multiple modal devices, say, there will be tabs at the top of the application so that you can just cycle between them. So you can have multiple instances of the app or manipulate different versions of, or different synths, sorry, from the same device. I got a thumbs up for the dubstep type sounds. Yeah, I think that I hope that was satisfying. But yeah, again, Wavetables is kind of wonderful for those types of sounds. And this is just pretty much dry from the synth itself. You get into, you know, what you can do after you've recorded it and processed it, and saturation and distortion, and so you can get pretty wild. But just the raw sound is there to work with. Let's map the, let's take this patch, let's map the mod envelope, the free envelope, to that oscillator mod. So mod envelope to oscillator mod, and we'll get one of those, that nice change in harmonics as we... Let's turn down the initial amount. A little heavy on the distortion there. Sorry about that. Yes, all of these patches will be available. Yes, like literally all the ones you're hearing will soon be available. Can I demonstrate MPE? Not at the moment. I cannot. I can tell you it's possible. We should have a YouTube video up showing the MPE on the Argon8. It is absolutely possible. It is very cool. And yeah, it's possible, but I am not at the moment set up to show MPE. But yes, you absolutely can. There's just so much character in that filter. I totally love it. That again, that's the classic low pass filter type, and it is morphable too. So you can morph from low pass to band pass, and then all the way through to high pass. But it's just an incredible sounding filter. Yeah, I think you're right with the firmware. I don't think the synth itself actually is up to date on the firmware, but the app is not, because I noticed after you pointed that out, I don't have the new the curve times for the envelopes on the app here. So excellent catch, and yeah, there is a more updated firmware on the app that I don't have at the moment. This is a cool patch. This one uses a sample and hold LFO. That's only a single shot, so each new note trigger gives you a new random amount, and that is being mapped to both of the different waveforms. So you'll hear with each new note hit, it's like a slightly different timbre. So there's a couple minutes left. Does anyone have any questions or anything that they want to hear? More of the filter, some more of the wavetables. This patch has aftertouch to the tuning, so the harder you push down, you get that kind of more sloppy detuned. That would be an excellent patch with MPE. Well, I guess that's our time, and thank you everyone for tuning in. And you know how to reach us if you have any questions or want to see more. And we will get these sounds out to you at a certain point in the very near future. Thank you for checking or watching.